everyone, I'm Sunny Potato and welcome back to another episode of The First Hour. Today we're taking a look at Banner Saga Part 1. We're going to get right to it with storyline. This game deals with two sets of factions, the Varls and the humans. You start off on the Varl side, with them on their way home after the Great War with the Dredge, the bad guys. They stop off in the city of Strand, where you are introduced to the fighting mechanics and you get a better sense of the lore and backstory of what's going on. You are then transferred over to the human side, where your main character Rook and his daughter are caught by a passing dredge. Here you learn how to fight these things specifically. After learning how to fight them, you then get insight into their backstory, and after a hurried exit from their attacked village, the humans leave for Frostvarel. It's a nearby fortress settlement where they can find shelter and hopefully get some help for their outskirted village that was just attacked. The storyline is actually very interesting, and I found that I kept wanting to play just to see what happens next. Storyline gets a rating of 5 out of 5 stars. It doesn't help that I find the Norse mythology and history to be fascinating in general, so with this being a close resemblance, there was really no hope for me here. Next is gameplay. Banner Saga uses a mouse and keyboard for PC, a turn-based strategy game with its roots based in Norse mythology. It's quite easy to pick up on the controls for fighting, and the only other thing you control is the dialogue response. This is completely fine, as this game is more for reading than action. While the fighting can be action-packed, I don't feel like that's the main point of this game. It did make me a bit sad when I accidentally killed some NPCs with my choices, but as with life, you can't always know how your actions will affect others. As you get further into the game, the fighting difficulty does increase, and you really need to take better care to strategize your play. I found that saving before the battle and reloading if I failed miserably to try again was the best tactic for learning how to play it properly. Gameplay gets a rating of 5 out of 5 stars. It really was just very fun to play overall. Third is graphics. I definitely found this to be a unique art style. Its animated graphics were handcrafted with beautiful landscapes and consistent themes. Each character had their own personalities as well as appearances, outfits, weapons, fighting style, and special abilities. The game uses heavy dialogue that uses subtitles rather than voice actors, with the screens focus jumping from the voice actor speaking to the next. Graphics get a rating of 5 out of 5 stars as well. I found this to just be very beautiful, and it's obvious that a lot of painstaking hard work was put into these creations. Fourth is sound. When in the dialogue sequence, the ambient tone is typically camp-like noises, such as people shuffling about, horses, moans, etc. When you're traveling, there is more of actual music playing in the background. When in the fighting sequence, there is a low-toned ambient music in the background intermixed with the sounds of attacks and defenses. The tone when you win can be a bit loud in comparison to the rest of this though, so consider yourself warned about that. I mentioned earlier in the game that this doesn't use voice actors. This isn't necessarily true, as the game does utilize voice actors in some of the cutscenes and in the very beginning. I found that this to be really neat, although I really wish that voice actors were used for all the dialogues and not just the little snippets.
The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital.
Sound gets a rating of 4 out of 5 stars. I very much liked the music they had, but I wish it wasn't so repetitive, and I wish that there were voice actors for the entire thing. It kinda gave me false hope that there would be more, as I feel the accent and the pronunciation of these towns, creatures, and people help immerse you in the game and its setting. Last is the replay value. So to be honest, Although I really like this game and I have played it in the past, it's just not something that makes me have the urge to play again soon. When I play it, I want to continue playing, but when it comes time to close it out for the day, I find it very hard to convince myself to go back and play it the next day. I've had many games where I've had an urge to play day after day, creating the ugly 2+ week binge, but this just isn't one of them. I'm giving the replay value of 3 out of 5 stars. Overall, I give Banner Saga a rating of 4 out of 5 stars. I found that the vast majority of it is really nice to play and it's beautiful, it sounds good. There are just a few little things about it that it just doesn't give it a full 5 out of 5, but it is pretty dang close. Banner Saga can be bought on Steam, Microsoft Store, and Humble Bundle for $25. It can also be purchased for Switch for a variety of prices at GameStop, Best Buy, etc. That's all I have for you on Banner Saga. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am attempting to grow my channel and would love some feedback, likes, subscriptions. Right now the goal is to hit 100 subscribers. If you know of anyone that might like my content, I would very much appreciate introducing my channel to them. If you have any games you would like me to review, please let me know in the comments. Have a wonderful day and I'll catch you next time.